Cretin-Derham Hall in St. Paul is a place where Keystone Productions proudly presents high school girls basketball. Tonight's game features a second matchup in a series between two competitive teams in the Suburban East Conference, the Hastings Raiders and the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders. All the action is coming up momentarily. Hello everyone, I'm Mike Peden, and would like to welcome my new partner, center for the St. Paul Highland Park Scots, Maija Robertson. Maija, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Mike. I'm very glad to be here.
Maija, if you take a look at the Suburban East Conference standings, you would think Cretin holds an advantage at 9-4 over Hastings at 4-9, but in this conference, you can throw the record books out.
You're right, Mike. And between these two teams, the last game was only lost by 6 points. Both of these teams are going to be worried.
Now, this game will rely heavily on two key players, and for Hastings, their marquee player is 6'8", yes, you heard me, 6'8", senior forward, Catherine Hines.
Catherine Hines is a force to be reckoned with. And not only is she leading the team in scoring and rebounds with 12.2 points a game, but physically she's someone that the team is going to need to look at, and they're just going to feel threatened by her size.
For Cretin-Derham Hall, their playmaker is none other than point guard and future Wisconsin Badger Alyssa Karel. However, if she has trouble, Cretin has some additional ammunition they can fire at their opponents.
Yes, Hastings is versatile. Karel leads the state in assists and steals, and she leads her conference in scoring with 20.1 points per game. With a season like that, she has 3 triple-doubles, but it's not just her. Molly Gesk leads conferences in 3 points, and they also have Sarah Hendricks.
All right, let's take a look at the keys to the game for tonight, and we'll start with Hastings. First, they need to look to get the ball inside. With Catherine Hines at 6'8", as you mentioned, she is a force to be reckoned with. If they can set her up to score on the inside, it will open up the court for the perimeter shooters. Second, they need to get easy looks at the half court. Cretin does not play the half court well. They prefer to attack you with transitional defense. And finally, they need to pass the ball well. I talked to Coach Mike Harp yesterday, and he told me that when Hastings does a good job of passing the ball, they win games. If they don't, they struggle. Maija, what do you have for Cretin-Derham Hall?
Well, with Cretin-Derham Hall's speed, you can't let them get ahead of themselves. They need to control the tempo in this game. Also, they're going to need to stop both Catherine Hines and Sarah Dewey. With two versatile players, both on the inside and the outside, they're going to have to find their players on defense, match up quickly, or in a zone, they're going to need to hit the floor, get back on transitions. Now, they're also going to need to have a three-point play. They're going to need to be a threat in this game.
Which set of Raiders will strike gold in the form of a victory tonight? You'll know the answer in 36 minutes. Hello again. Welcome to Cretin-Derham Hall, and let me tell you, I am glad the cold snap is finally moving out of here. Arctic blast. And let's take a look at the starting lineups. We will begin with the Hastings Raiders. For Hastings, the starters will be Angela Jackson, Megan Callahan, Abby Wagner, Sarah Dewey, and Catherine Hines. For Cretin-Derham Hall, the starting 5 will be Sarah Hendricks, Carolyn Dienhart, Alyssa Karel, Molly Jeske, and Sheila Otto.
Both team mics look ready to go. I saw Hastings with a lot of outside shooting already. They know that they're going to have to shoot over Cretin. Just looking at them lining up for the Star-Spangled Banner, we had Hines towering over her team. Not only are they small compared to her, but they were small compared to Cretin. They're all about the same size, upwards of 5 feet, 6 feet.
Now, Maija, I have to ask you, you played hundreds and hundreds of games over for Harding and Highland Park. down on this court and many other courts. How does it feel to be up here?
Well, we're standing up here. We have a good view. It's always exciting the start of a game. You have two teams. They know what needs to get done. They're concentrating, and you know they're excited. I'm really excited to be here.
And we hope you are too. Hastings again coming into this game at 4-9 in the conference, 10-12 overall. Cretin-Derham Hall 16-7 overall, 9-4 in the conference.
Both teams look ready to go. You see smiles on the court out there.
All right, here we go. Are you ready? Because we are. Tip-off is made. Hastings with the first possession. This is Angela Jackson with the ball. Wagner, quick pass, stolen by Molly Jeske. Karel is open on the fast break. Here she comes. Misses the layup, too strong. Who's going to come up with the rebound? It's Karel.
Now Cretin already in control of the game with a quick fast break. They started out in man. Here we see Hastings in a 2-3.
There's Molly Jeske. She can shoot well from behind the arc. Goes to Dienhart. Hands it out to Otto. Molly Jeske thought about the three. Pump fakes, gets a two-pointer. Can't get the bounce. Catherine Hines with the rebound.
No one even was touching Catherine Hines. They can't expect to get rebounds if you don't put a man on the biggest person on the floor.
Hastings wearing white, Cretin-Derham Hall in purple. This is Dewey. She's going to take a shot. Too strong. Rebound, Alyssa Karel. She goes to Carolyn Dienhart. She's going to take a three. Well off the mark, too strong. Sheila Otto came up with it. Ball is poked away. Cretin will take possession. 16:49 to go. Still no score. Dienhart with another jumper. Swish.
Now you see she had both her feet planted and she was executing. The other play she wasn't set up. She was rushing because both of the guards came out on their 2-3 and we're seeing her. You're going to have to make a clutch play.
And look at this. Karel with the steal. Molly Jeske with the easy two. Karel leads the state in steals. You want to watch her at all times.
Cretin playing a modified man defense for their press.
Wagner's shot, no good. Carolyn Dienhart with the rebound. Cretin setting themselves up. Jeske's shot is blocked by Hines. Karel with the three. Bullseye!
With a block like that, they can't let Cretin now get some rebounds off of that. It's going to kill that momentum.
They're up 7-zip. Hines looking to get inside. She gets the first basket for Hastings.
Good look. You know, with that kind of power, she's going to be able to go behind over the back.
Karel pass a little too high. Hastings will take possession. The one thing Cretin showed on their last offensive series was perseverance. Hines came in with the block, but Karel was kept a straight face and sunk the three.
Well, really, they know someone that tall, your shot is going to get blocked. That's basketball. But if you come up with an attitude, it's not going to work.
And speaking of blocks, Sarah Hendricks, who leads the Suburban East Conference in blocks, took away an opportunity from Angela Jackson. Hastings will keep the ball.
Nice switch there with the man D doubling up on Hines.
Callahan, she'll take a shot, too strong, gets her own rebound, no good. Sarah Hendricks comes up with it. Here comes Karel, she'll take the shot herself. Short, rebound, Catherine Hines. 6'8", she's not going to have a problem getting rebounds off the glass. And our first foul of the game. Non-shooting foul. The foul goes to Alyssa Karel, her first personal. She averages about 3 fouls a game. In a match earlier this season against Central, she fouled out with just over a minute remaining, and it hurt Cretin-Derham Hall.
Well, you know, my coaches used to say when I didn't have any fouls that you're not playing basketball. If you don't hit someone, you're not going hard. You're not playing aggressive enough. With a team like this, you have one big man, one body. You need to scare the team. That you can't let them come in at you. I can understand. The last loss, 6 points. You know they're coming in hard.
Three-pointer by Dewey, no good. Sheila Otto, her pass was nearly deflected. Karel gets it out. Carolyn Dienhart for three. Bullseye. Timeout, Hastings.
You know Hastings is hurting on that one. They thought, 7 up, Cretin, what are you going to do? Just returning with 2 points. They're down by 8. They have to take an early timeout. Good call.
And speaking of Hastings, they have a pretty rich athletic history. I'm sure a lot of you have watched Super Bowl 41. One of the Hastings alum, Ben Utek, picked up his first Super Bowl ring with the Indianapolis Colts. And another notable alumni, Jeff Tafe, who is playing in the NHL with the Phoenix Coyotes, and this Hastings girls basketball club were state champions in 1996. By the way, Carolyn Dienhart with 5 points so far with that last 3.
You see Cretin coming out very strong on their outside shooting. Hastings is a shooting team. They're small. They're going to need to start hitting some of those threes. I'm surprised that even their little guards are getting weak side rebounds, but they're going to have to do more of that.
Let's see what the Hastings can do. Stolen by Hendricks. Here comes Karel, and she gets the bounce.
She's staying strong. She knows she's little, getting it in there.
Karel going to Wisconsin. That's 5 points for Cretin, applying full court pressure, and it works to perfection. There's a jump ball, and Cretin will take possession.
Karel's being a leader on offense and defense. She started several of their steals in the backcourt, and she's also acting as a point guard. However, she has been lagging on some of their fast breaks and getting balls after a shot attempt and a rebound by her team.
Jeske with a three-point attempt that fell short. The rebound was for Sarah Osberg. But you're right about Karel with steals, and Osberg gets the first basket. She leads the state in that category as well.
Now you're seeing both teams in a modified 2-3, modified meaning that they're probably going to come down to the corner and trap. Their coaches might have mentioned to have possibly Karel matching up with one of their point guards to have some more control over who's controlling their offense.
Cretin's last pass missed her target. Hastings has possession. Substitution for Cretin-Derham Hall. Sarah Hendricks comes out. In comes Rosie Malone-Pavoni. She has a lot of speed, which can be useful on fast breaks. And Pavoni applying defense. And foul was Sarah Dewey draws the foul. She will go to the free throw line for the first time. The foul is on Sheila Otto, her first person. Sarah Dewey, a 5'10" senior guard. She has plans to go to St. Benedict after she graduates. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 12-6, Cretin-Derham Hall leads. There's Karel playing quarterback. Ball is stolen by Abby Wagner. And Karel pokes it away from Leslie Story. Here she comes. Too easy of a layup. You can't let her do that.
Cretin now has Hastings scared. They don't feel like they're safe in their own backcourt. And now, with their point guard in trouble, with Karel guarding her, it's gonna be tough.
Meanwhile, Cretin picks up their third foul. It goes to Rosie Malone-Pavoni, her first, but you're right. Alyssa Karel showing why she is such an extremely versatile point guard. Here comes Osberg, shot too strong. Jeske tried with the save it, but Hastings will keep possession. Alyssa Karel, by the way, has 7 points. Substitution coming in as Sheila Otto comes out. And Kendra Harris comes in. Looking on the court, Maija, maybe Bellis might decide to put Hendricks in, knowing that Catherine Heinz is currently not on the floor right now, and try to give Cretin some presence inside.
It's hard on the 2-3, but if they're playing modified, having someone that's going to pull that second guard down onto her will be valuable so that they can get outside shots.
If you just joined us, Cretin-Derham Hall dominating early, 12:01 to go in the first half, 14-6.
Karel here acting as a strong presence, not only acting as a point guard, but leading in points with 7, half of their points, and several steals.
Kendra Harris takes a shot from the paint. No good.
She faded away on that. She wasn't prepared.
Rebound by Dewey. He's going to hand it out to Storley. And a traveling violation on Amelia Schmitz.
She was looking pleadingly to the ref to get her a foul, but Cretin was planted.
Substitution coming in for Cretin. Hannah Gickling stepping in, replacing Carolyn Dienhart. And she is serenaded with some applause from the Cretin-Derham Hall fans.
Heinz also back in, playing the middle of their 2-3.
I think looking to cancel out the Harris effect. Gickling with the first shot of the game, off the rim. Jackson.
Harris nowhere near that rebound.
And Jackson takes it herself and one. She'll go to the free throw line for a 3-point play opportunity. The foul was on Kendra Harris, her first. Speaking of fouls, Hastings has yet to commit one. Cretin-Derham Hall only with 2 more to give. Free throw too strong, but the rebound by Osberg, and she ends up losing it to Gickling. Couldn't capitalize there. Here comes Karel. She weaves her way through a double team and gets the layup!
Now that one just hurts. It's a 1-on-2, not a 2-on-1. You can't let her capitalize against 2 of your players. Cretin with early momentum. Karel going for the steal, missing.
Heinz responds from the paint.
Harris not a presence.
Meanwhile, Pavoni's shot is blocked. I believe that was Heinz. Here comes Hastings. This is Jackson. She goes out to Osberg. No good. Rebound Harris. We were talking about Harris not being a presence. Heinz has a full 7 inches on her. Karel for 3. Bullseye.
Harris knows she has 7 inches on her. She needs to know that she needs to get down, hit her low.
Osberg with the ball, goes to Heinz. The ball is stolen by Karel. Molly Jeske by herself. Easy layup. Cretin is making Hastings look like fools out there.
Hastings having to take another timeout. Another 30-second timeout. He's trying to regain composure, have some momentum here. Now, in the timeout, Karel's coming in with 12 points and another steal off of Heinz. It's obvious Cretin's coach has made several comments to his team, her team. Thank you. Amy Bellis has obviously instructed her team to double team on Heinz with Harris in front. Karel got that steal by coming from behind, but she knows she's not going to be able to one-on-one her, so she had to go for the steal. That time it was lucky. But if she keeps coming across her body, the refs might start calling that as a foul.
I bet you Wisconsin is glowing with glee. Alyssa Karel will be heading there next year.
Back in, Cretin still in full court man. No help side by Harris.
Angela Jackson. We have a foul. It is a defensive foul.
Number 10. Number 34.
Hannah Gickling called for a first personal. Cretin with only one more to give. Hastings still yet to commit a foul. And Megan Callahan draws another one. She'll go to the free throw line, and now Cretin has no more fouls to give, so Hastings might be able to climb their way back here on the charity stripe.
Second one by Hannah Gickling, number 34, 2 in a row.
Gickling sinks her first, or Callahan sinks her first, 5'9" senior guard.
Interesting, Harris not lined up against Hines.
Hastings sinks both. It's 21-12. Oh, we have Dewey tripped. Hendricks can't capitalize. Goes out to Molly Noel, and Cretin will reset.
Hendricks would have capitalized on that. I think the fans would have helped it out with that momentum. Feeling like that by a guard, you just cross someone. They come one-on-one, you cross them, you hit your man. That's just one of the best feelings as a point guard.
Sarah Hendricks with the last basket. And Kendra Harris draws another foul. It's a 1-on-1 bonus for Hastings. They'll go to the free throw line from here on out. With 9:05 to go, this is where Hastings can make a move.
Now Sarah Dewey, strong guard. Knows she needs to sink these. I'm sure she's a clutch player. 1 for 1.
Kendra Harris stepping out. Sheila Otto coming in. I think Amy Bell is recognizing Harris struggling out there.
She's not feeling confident. You can see it in how she's carrying herself.
Meanwhile, Hastings sinks both. Dewey 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Another substitution. Here comes Gickling will inbound. And nice poke by Megan Callahan. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds before she can do anything with it, but a great way to shake up Cretin.
Taste of their own medicine. Hastings is going to need to control this full court.
One thing Cretin has done so far is control the tempo. We talked about that in the keys to the game.
Interesting that they're lining up in a full court man because they've been fairly successful with their 2-3.
Hendricks' shot was well over the mark, and we have a loose ball foul that will not go to the... They're going to the line. Hastings is in the bonus. The foul is on Molly Noel, her first. Looking at the foul tally, Cretin's 8-2, Hastings 0. You can definitely tell which is the more aggressive team.
Well, Cretin's bigger. Hastings is small. A lot of guards, a lot of shooters. They're not coming in like Cretin is coming. They're coming hard with a lot of pressure. But on the flip side, the refs are seeing the disparity and calling a lot of fouls on Cretin. I'm sure they must be upset. They feel like they're just being aggressive.
Dewey sinks both. She is 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. And Hastings slowly coming back. They're down by 7. Gickling hands it out to Hendricks. And 1. And Hastings finally draws their first foul of the game. It goes to Sarah Dewey. And likewise, this is Cretin's first trip to the free throw line. Hendricks with the bounce, 3-point play successful. Cretin back up by double digits.
Trap at the half court.
Callahan got out of it, goes to Hines, who is open inside. 6 points for Hines. And the ball is stolen by Abby Wagner. And she loses it to Alyssa Karel. Couldn't quite handle the pass. We have a mad scramble for the ball. Jump ball. Hastings will take possession.
Maija, the last time out, I thought Coach Harp made a great suggestion Not only was he concerned about passing over the Cretin Raider double teams, but he also suggested that it was time for the Hastings team to put a little pressure right on the Raiders as well and give them a little taste of their own defense. So I think it's working, and obviously Coach Bellis wants the Raiders to continue to press, try and get the fast break baskets and get down there and take a shot before Hastings has a chance to set up in that rather imposing zone. Back to you.
Come out of the timeout. And for Hastings, both Sarah Dewey and Catherine Heinz lead the way with 6. This is Angela Jackson, goes out to Callahan. Goes to Dewey, looking to get inside. Nothing doing.
Ball up.
We'll get a chance to reset.
Cretin's Molly Noel really needs to go after that ball.
Shot was blocked. I believe that was Hendricks. Carroll comes up with it, and she can't get a handle on it. Cretin not able to capitalize on that steal.
That's frustrating. You have Sarah Hendricks with this amazing block. That's a momentum builder. Cretin has to capitalize on these momentum builders.
Carroll, by the way, leading the scoring for Cretin with 12. And a foul.
Carolyn Deinhardt.
Yes, and that will put Hastings back to the free throw line.
Basketball is a game of runs. Cretin came out early. Hastings now with a slow but consistent run here. They started out with their full court man defense. It's really kind of helped them out. Surprisingly, most of their possessions, however, have not been off of steals, but off of defensive rebounds.
Referees holding a quick conference. Angela Jackson will be taking the free throw shots for Hastings. 7:39 to go. Hastings could claw their way into this game from the line. They've had far more attempts than Cretin. But that's not going to get it done.
Sarah Hendricks not playing it, didn't get the over the back call.
And Carroll overthrows her target. I think Cretin showing a little frustration. Substitution coming in. Catherine Heinz is stepping out.
Sarah Osberg coming in.
Hastings going back to the small lineup.
No trap on that run. That's where they found their most success. Cretin backing away from that success. Not sure why. Trap in the corner.
Angela Jackson with the ball. Hastings taking their time with this one. And the pass goes under the legs of Abby Wagner. Cretin will get possession. 7:02 remaining, 26-18 in favor of the Raiders of Cretin.
Next foul, Cretin will be in the double bonus. They'll give the double bonus, excuse me.
And that means Hastings will be able to shoot from the free throw line without losing possession on a 1-and-1. It'll be an automatic 2 free throws. Meanwhile, the last few minutes have been turnovers galore on both ends of the court. Otto tried to get the steal, couldn't get a handle. Hastings will keep possession.
Carroll looking at the trap, deciding against it. Now, Cretin in help side because they are coming up to the trap.
Hendricks with the block. Or deflection pass. And Jeske finally comes up with it after a bit of a scramble. Deinhardt with the long jumper. Off the rim.
Too much.
Rebound Dewey. And she'll take a 3. Too strong. Sarah Osberg nearly got the rebound. Carroll comes up with it. Spin moves to Jeske. And another 2 points from the paint.
Karel really knows how to play up to her crowd. Behind the back passes, making hilarious facial expressions. She's just really hitting the floor. Crowd loves that.
Leslie Storley coming back in for Hastings. Kendra Harris is back in for the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders. Wagner with a long two, gets the roll. Hastings needs that about now. Here comes Dienhart. And one.
Count it. I'd just like to make a comment about Molly Jeske leading in three-point attempts. She's really running the floor well tonight. You see her back in the paint on defense before she finds her man. You also see her on every offensive play. Cretin really likes to push the ball, run the ball. She's there every play, giving an outlet to Karel or Otto.
Dienhart with the free throw, three-point play successful. You were talking about Molly Jeske. She scored 22 points in the first meeting with these two teams. And 12 of those came from 4 three-point baskets.
Now here's Harris back in.
Meanwhile, Amelia Schmitz gets a basket for Hastings.
Harris having a much easier time against Sarah Osberg here.
And we've got a foul. It's a Hastings foul. Leslie Storley, or no, Sarah Osberg. Her first personal.
Harris needs to come in with more presence. She's the big man on the floor now. She needs to make that known.
With Heinz not on the court, this is her chance.
No one near Harris, but she doesn't capitalize. A lot of body down there. She's not going to get the call.
A couple more Wheaties and that would have gone in. Leah Schmitz with the ball. And she can't get a handle.
Interesting call there. The foul hit off her foot, but the baseline ref did call it as well.
That is Cretin's 10th. Hastings now in the double bonus. They will automatically shoot 2 free throws for the remainder of this half.
You see Karel calling for her team, stop fouling. Good advice.
And that's exactly what Cretin needs to do because Hastings can claw their way back here on free throws. They still have 3 to give.
Abby Wagner out. Heinz coming in.
Schmitz, 2 of 2. Hastings cuts the lead to 7. Karel playing quarterback, setting up her offense. Jeske for 3. Bullseye. You can't leave her open from behind the arc.
Quick shot. She's already set up. She knows Karel's going to put the ball right in her hands. Trap at the top court.
Storley gets out of it.
Molly Noel's hair flapping all over the place. Heinz, Howard, with Harris behind her, she's not playing above.
8 points for Heinz, and she knows she has a 7-inch advantage over Harris and used every last bit of it to get her basket. Meanwhile, Dienhart with another bullseye.
This defensive play, I would say Harris needs to front and trust your guards to have her behind.
11 points for Dienhart.
Karel going for the steal.
Heinz just shot a short rebound. Harris, and she nearly lost it, but it went off the Hastings player.
Sarah Osberg. I'm surprised Osberg didn't get called a foul. Her hand on Harris's arm. That's how you're going to get a foul called.
Jeske saying, "I'm not finished." Not quite. And a scramble for the ball. Karel picks it up, hands it out to Dienhart. Goes back to Karel, and Cretin will reset. Dienhart with a 3. No good. Catherine Heinz with the rebound.
Harris on that possession, not even flashing across, sitting at the weak elbow.
Shot is blocked. has been in control from this game since the tip-off. Karel going to take a shot, no good. Pavoni comes up with it. Sends it out to Jeske. Dean Hart thought about a three. Will go out to Jeske. She can't get a handle on it. Loses the ball.
Dean Hart deciding that Hines would dominate Harris, although she had perfect position for a perfect pass down there, but just not a lot of faith in that in Harris as a post.
6'1" to 6'8" matchup. Meanwhile, Hines' shot is too strong. Hastings will keep possession.
Harris just in Hines' face. That's what she's going to have to do.
Callahan will inbound it. Goes to Sarah Dewey. Dewey will take a long shot. I think that was deflected. Jeske will come out and get things set up for Cretin. Giggling back in the game. So is Malone Pavoni. 2:26 to go in the first. Karel with another three. Bullseye!
Cretin taking their time, even though they're not running the floor. They're really giving themselves time to set up. With a fast-paced team like that, they're going to take quick shots.
Nobody coming out to Karel on that one. Sarah Dewey tries to respond, no good. Callahan's shot is blocked, and a foul on Karel. She can't believe it. She thought that was clean. It wasn't Karel. It wasn't Karel, it was Giggling. Giggling with her third personal. She's in foul trouble. And Callahan will get 2 free shots.
Misses the first.
Now, you played center for Highland Park. What does Coach Deb Williams have you do against opponents who match up against you?
Number 1, have faith in ourselves. Number 2, teamwork.
And the one advantage you have with Highland Park is that you've got 2 6-footers on that squad.
Listed as 6'2".
I think they gave you a couple inches on that one.
Maybe it's making up for our ego.
I'm about 6 feet, and you're not much taller than I am. Meanwhile, Sarah Dewey pump fakes. Shot was blocked, but Hastings draws another foul. They'll go back to the free throw line.
On Maija. It is what happened is she came down, wasn't really in control of herself, hit her low. Although Harris was in front, I don't know if that was a lack of faith in her team or just that she already had the momentum going.
Jeske's first personal. Hastings sinking the free throws, but Cretin keeping the distance with their 3-point shots.
Karel making a decision to keep it slow. Works last time.
90 seconds left in the first half. Molly Noel with her first shot of the game.
She wasn't set up.
Rebound Callahan.
Hines struggling down the court. Again, Jeske the first one down.
Dewey hands it off to Wagner. Shot is blocked by Karel. Jeske has it. Karel, she's going to get 2 points out of this one. Less than a minute to go.
That's what I had commented on before. Jeske, quick assist. She makes a steal, an assist. Then she's down there right with Karel. You just see her her athleticism running up and down the floor.
Less than a minute to go. Abby Wagner with the layup for Hastings. Karel, by the way, has 17 of Cretin's 42 points. Meanwhile, Jeske catches him falling asleep on the other end.
I'm loving Molly Jeske. She's the all-around player.
A great compliment to Karel. Hines in trouble. Now Hastings taking their time, looking to get set up. Sarah Dewey with a 3, too strong. Karel with the rebound. And she's got a 2-on-2 situation. Did a no-look pass out to Noel, but it didn't work. But Cretin will get one more shot before the half ends. Karel, good if it goes, not quite. That is the end of the first half. Cretin-Derham Hall dominating throughout as they lead by 14, 44-30.
Going back to the keys of the game at the beginning, we said that Cretin-Derham Hall needs to stop Sarah Dewey and Catherine Hines. I haven't seen Dewey as a threat in this game, although Hines, every time she gets the ball, it seems like she's just scoring on Cretin. If they don't come up with a response for her, they're going to really have some trouble, although they have been controlling the ball full court, so not a lot of attempts for Hines.
Well, we're going to go to Meg Stevenson, our sideline reporter. She had a chance to talk to both coaches, Amy Bellis for Cretin-Derham Hall and Mike Hart for Hastings before the game. And we will see you on the flip side.
I'm standing beside Coach Amy Bellis, head coach for the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders. And, Coach, we've got a 16-7 record coming into this game, but I think it's a little deceptive because if you look at those 7 losses, they were by an average of about 6 points. And Tuesday night, we came off a real heartbreaker.
Yeah.
How do you think the teams practiced and responded from that loss, and what do you expect from them tonight?
Well, we've had gotten beat 3 times this season on buzzer beaters, which has to be a record. But the kids have been really resilient this season. I've been impressed every day they've come and they've practiced hard, and this week was no exception. It doesn't matter if we come off a great win like Hopkins or a bad loss like against Roseville. They really, this is a team I've had that practices hard every single day. I'm just thrilled with their work ethic. I think we're going to be ready to go tonight.
Okay, as you look at the conference standings, and you've got 3 games left, and then you head into the regional. So, based on your experience from this season, do you think your squad's going to be ready to go to finish on a high note and hit the regions playing your best basketball?
Yeah, I sure hope so. It's hard to say with this group. We've been a little bit up and down all season, but we've got great senior leadership. We've got 8 seniors on our squad, I think, and they provide terrific. It's been a tough conference season for us, but there's been a lot of good teams, and we're going into a section where, there's all sorts of good teams that we're going to have to beat along the way. So hopefully it will be to our advantage to have played such a difficult schedule.
Now, based on the game earlier in the season against Hastings, it was a 6-point win. What do you see as a key for your game tonight for your team to win this game?
Well, I think we have to get the pace where we want it. We like to press and run, and certainly slow it down, set it up is not what we want to do. And that's what we were forced to do a little bit down at Hastings. We did not play very well against their zone defense last time. We have to do a little bit better, move the ball better, take better shots. But I think if we can get the pace going where we want to, we can get our press going, we get lots of baskets off transition. That's what we need to do to be successful.
And I can see an advantage to that. They've got some terrific size, and you'd like to beat that size down the court.
Yeah, I mean, we can't match up size-wise. And a lot of times we're playing a lineup with not anybody in over 5'9" or 5'10". But hopefully we can use our speed to our advantage and get them moving up and down the court and make it uncomfortable for them a little bit tonight.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Bring home a win.
Thank you.
Well, I'm standing beside Coach Mike Hart. And, Coach, you're just a little under 500 at the moment. But if you were to look at where you were at the start of the season and how you feel your team's progressed, what do you think you're at right now?
Well, we're up and down. There's weeks where we play very well, we shoot the ball well, we play great defense, and then there's weeks where we don't play so well. So we've been a real roller coaster for us, and it's kind of week by week. And so we had a tough game Tuesday night against Park. We didn't play real well, so we're hoping to get back on the right side of that roller coaster tonight against Cretin.
When I look at the stats for your squad, I see that you've got leadership from your seniors. Talk a little bit about your seniors this year.
Yeah, we've got great seniors. We've got we start 4 seniors, and we've got 6 seniors that play. And they've just been playing. Most of them have been playing since the 10th grade, one since the 9th grade, and they're just great kids. They love to play basketball, and they've done a great job of kind of taking other players under their wings. And so we've been fortunate to have them out there. And again, things haven't always gone the way we've liked them to, but the seniors have kept everybody in there, and they're still excited about playing basketball. So that's all you can ask for.
Exactly. Now, the first time you played Cretin, it was a close game. You looked at the score; it was a 6-point differential. As you come into the game tonight, what do you see as keys for your team being successful?
Well, we've got to do a better job of stopping their outside shooting. They hurt us in the second half last time with hitting a bunch of threes in the second half. So we got to do a better job, try to contain Alyssa Karel and We're not trying to stop her because I don't think you can do that, but we're going to try to contain her a little bit better and just hope that we can control the boards and so that we can limit them to one shot. And if we can do that, we like our chances. It was a great game the first time. We're looking forward to another one.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. You're welcome.